and we can start. Yeah, we don't have more the OK button, so we are on YouTube. So, good afternoon, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. The topic of today is the cult of celebrities, so we are gonna talk a little bit about that. But I want to start actually with the presentations. Okay, I will start. So, my name is Warley. I'm 24 years old. I live in Recife, Pernambuco. I I'm a front-end developer. I work with IT, and I'm also a Spanish and English host here on Talk and Talk. And nowadays, I'm focused a lot to develop and improve my English skills, and in general, my English and my language skills also. So that's it. Christian, can you present yourself, please?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. However, I currently live here in Brazil, in Curitiba, Paraná. I got relocated to Brazil because of my job. By the way, I work as a full stack software developer. I work in IT area as well. I have been working in the field for almost 12 years. I'm married, and as well, I participate here as a host, and Spanish host in Talk and Talk, and I try to leverage this time for improving my English skill and my language skills in general. And that's it.
Pretty great, pretty great. Thank you. So we can start with the question number one. What does it mean to you to be a celebrity? What do you think is the concept about that, and what do you think in general about this kind of idea? What do you think?
So, in my personal opinion, when I hear the word celebrity, I think about a person who is famous, a person who has become known around the world. It can be maybe not just around the world. It can be a celebrity in a country or in a town, in a where in a specific kind of society. Yeah, and in general, that's my opinion. A person who is known in a group, a small, medium, or maybe a wide group of people.
Yeah, I agree with you, but let me ask you a question. Do you think celebrity and a famous person is the same? Let me try to explain. Do you think maybe a person that have a lot of followers on Instagram and something like that about in a specific area or this idea, do you think this person is also a celebrity, or do you think it's not the same concept about famous and celebrities?
I think that there are different concepts. I think that a celebrity it's a person who is known because maybe one specific skill that that person has. For example, his or her is his or sorry, he is or she is an actor who has that kind of work. I don't know, or for example, nowadays football players are becoming celebrities around the world. In the past, it wasn't like that. So I think that the concept is different, but I think that I cannot find the correct way to explain what is the difference between celebrities and famous people.
Yeah, I agree. I think these are a different concept. These are different concepts about famous and celebrities, maybe, because I think celebrity is connected to a person that influences other people. So I think there is a point about to influence others and to be famous in general, to impact the other's life, I guess. So For example, if you have a person that do a lot of things well and this kind of impact on others' life, and he is or she is good at a topic or in an area, I think it could be a celebrity. But I think it's different when you see about famous, because there is a lot of people, I guess, in social media, for example, that has a lot of followers and a lot of people seeing that, but I don't think that he is or she is a celebrity, I guess. But in general, I think that changed a lot. Uh, this concept changes a lot with social media, I guess. What do you think this impact of social media and technology and internet impacted on this concept of celebrity and famous people? What do you think?
Well, I think that social media and internet has contributed too much in a good way and in the bad way, I would say. Because I think that nowadays anyone can become famous just because of the internet. Um, I said that in the bad way and good way because I know a lot of influencers who just does stupid things and they get famous. Even they get more opportunities than people that do another kind of things that maybe could contribute more for our society. That happens a lot in my country. I don't know so much about here in Brazil, but for example, in Bolivia, I know some influencers who want to contribute with something specific. For example, teaching maths on internet in a different way, maybe in a more attractive way for students to learn more about maths. But that kind of influencer don't have that impact in the society. In another hand, the other person or the other influencer who has stupid things and things that doesn't contribute at all in the society, they are more known and they are more supported in general. I think that it happens in any kind of in any country or around the world, but it's something really sad. I think that it's something maybe something frustrating for me.
Yeah, it happens a lot here in Brazil also, because um, we have a lot of influencers, like you said, that do stupid things or dancing or this kind of activity that that don't impact on the society, that don't contribute on the society, and they have a lot of followers and a lot of people following them. But when you have uh, a person that are speaking and teaching about an important topic, like you said, math, or student points and content about I don't know, programming or something like that, these people don't have the same impact on come with the to be famous and to be known for a lot of people. So it's really frustrating, because I think maybe that impact a lot on the society, but I think it impacts on child uh, how children in general think about effort on activities. So I think they see a lot of people to be famous doing stupid things, like dancing on TikTok or this kind of activity. And how how can let me see, how can I say that, uh it's kind of hard for them to understand how important it is to study and to focus on knowledge and to focus on activities to learn something new and this kind of idea. and also to make money. It's complicated to pass this idea for them, I guess, and it's pretty frustrating when you think that people doing stupid things, it's more famous compared to people that impact a lot of the society and contribute on knowledge and student and this kind of idea. Uh, but yeah, I think it's not it's not a bad way. I think it's interesting this impact of social media because a lot of good people that do good points. Um, are known for other people. Without internet, I don't think it could happen. So yeah, I think it's a good way and a bad way. But yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated, and I think it happens a lot here in Brazil also. But okay, let's go to the question number two. Would you like to be a celebrity? Why and or why not? What do you think?
So, in my personal opinion, I think that I don't like. I wouldn't like to be a celebrity because I think that when people become celebrity, they totally lose their private life. They cannot do the things that they used to do freely. They always have to, for example, they have to have a strict schedule of their activities. They cannot go, for example, to the cinema or for the or to the restaurant without guards. They need private security. And I think that, in my opinion, it doesn't that isn't life. Uh, Maybe I would like to be a celebrity just for a period of time, maybe one week or something like that, just to know how it feels. But then, obviously, I would prefer to have my privacy. And something interesting about it is that uh, s- becoming a celebrity doesn't mean that all of the people who has a lot of money they all are celebrities because we know there are a lot of people who are millionaire, but they aren't know in the world. So I think that that kind of people they really keep that freely life that and they are able to do the things that they want to do without calling a crew and maybe be around the cameras, the paparazzi. So I think that it's something different. We can differentiate the word celebrity and rich people. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's interesting this idea of to be a celebrity on a week or something like that because yeah, I think we have a lot of good points about to be a celebrity, and it would be nice to have these kind of opportunities that be a celebrity give to you. But I don't know, it's pretty complicated the negative point that you have when you are a celebrity. All the people seeing you and all the you don't have privacy in general. You don't uh you can do natural activities and simple activities like to go to the movies and to run I don't know, to make exercise on a on a public space. So it's pretty complicated to have a normal life, I guess, being a celebrity. It's pretty complicated this kind of to be just you. And I think we in general all some or the majority of celebrities doing things that they don't want to do. So it's pretty complicated this idea. But do you think it's possible to be a or would you like to be a famous person, focus on a specific area, like programming, for example? And do you think it would be nice or more interesting compared to be a celebrity? Would you like to do that?
Yes, I think that it's maybe the word famous doesn't match the well with on what I wanna become. I think that not famous. Maybe I would like to become a reference. Maybe an influencer. It would be the best word in my
Good.
area. Because I haven't seen any kind of influencer about who talks about IT or technology in Bolivia. So maybe it would be a good opportunity to me to be an influences an influence, sorry, or an reference in my country. Another thing that I would like to show as well would be the how is the experience of living in another country, because I can watch a lot of kind of that kind of content here in Brazil about people Brazilian people who move it to, I don't know, United States, Canada, no, another countries in Europe, and they share their experiences on how they achieved those goals. And I haven't seen that kind of content by a Bolivian influencer. So maybe it could be a good opportunity to exchange or to share that experience or the ideas with people in my country who are willing to willing to reach the same goals. That would be really interesting.
Yeah, I think the same because I think it's interesting to be influencer in this kind of idea of impact and sharing information and knowledge with people and help people in general. But it would be complicated to me to be a famous person or a famous celebrity or something like that because I don't like this kind of life and this kind of uh, way of to be. So it's complicated thinking about that, but this kind of idea to be an influencer or to be relevant in my area on with my knowledge and help people, I think it's interesting. Just not to be famous, but just share the share knowledge and share strategy and techniques that you have that you learn and help people to do a lot of things. I think it's pretty interesting. But do you think it's possible to be an influencer or to be a or to have relevance on your area without these negative points about famous and celebrity people? Do you think it's possible?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that is totally possible. Be, because I think that the population that you wanna reach or you wanna reach, I think that it's totally different if we compare the other kind of celebrities. So I think that it's totally possible to keep your privacy or your normal life and becoming an influencer or an influencer in IT area nowadays, because the population is totally different, I think.
Yeah, it's a interesting point. I think maybe the idea of to be famous, actually, that to be a celebrity and to be an influencer on a specific area is different because when you are a influencer or relevant on your area, like in programming, for example, you reach people uh, about the professional point or about the content and about the information. And I think that celebrity in general reach people about their personal life. So they focus a lot on that. So it's for me it's pretty complicated to do that because I don't like to share my personal life, for example. So yeah, I agree with you. I think it's interesting to be influencer and focus more on your professional life and your in this kind of knowledge and information and don't focus on personal life on your private life. So yeah, I think it would be nice. I would like to do that, I guess. But okay, let's go to the question number three. Why do you think many celebrities don't like being famous? What do you think about that?
So, in my opinion, as I already said, it's because they totally lose their privacy. They cannot do the same thing that maybe they were able to do before becoming famous or celebrities. Or maybe I know about celebrities or famous people who has born in that position. So they don't know how normal life is. So maybe it's the main point and the most difficult part of being famous. Obviously, they have a lot of money. They can do whatever they want. They can travel around the world. But in my personal opinion, any kind of person has its own problems. We are different problems, but famous people obviously they have. I think that they have bigger problems than us because they have access for every kind of everything. They have easy access for everything, so they can try whatever they want. But obviously they have problems as well. Um, but in the main point, I would say that because they don't have that freedom of doing whatever they want. They always want to be surrounded by guards, by security. All the time they are surrounded by paparazzis. All of the news are talking about them, their personal life. And another thing that it doesn't affect just them. It can affect heavily to their families, their relatives, and I think that it can be really annoying, not having that privacy. Um, and that's it. That's my opinion.
What do you think it's different about a person that uh, raised being a famous and a person that became famous after? What do you think it's the main points about that?
See, I think that first of all, I think that one person who became famous, maybe at the beginning it can be kind of complicated to realize that maybe you are becoming famous or maybe you have a different life. Um, like for example, I think that good examples are football players. There are a lot of football players who were really poor, and then
Yeah.
they became famous or rich or celebrities. So I think that transition could be so hard at the beginning to them. Maybe they are not ready to handle some kind of situation. A person who has born as a celebrity, I think that maybe it's a life that they always had, have has had. Maybe they can handle a specific situation easily. Um, Maybe for them it's kind of normal, right? Um, but for another thing interesting about people who has became famous or celebrities, I think that they can have more empathy for others because they have lived it in another situation in the past, and maybe they can feel the how poor people or maybe how normal people feels. Maybe that empathy could be different between people who has became famous and one people a person who has born famous.
Yeah, I totally agree with the point of empathy and understand others because I think it's pretty difficult to understand other people and other situation when you are when you are rich or famous all the time. It's complicated when you don't have this idea of what are to be poor or a not famous person. So yeah, I think it's a good point about that because you understand other people and other situations, and I think you think more about life and do you think more about difficult situations that you have in your life when you are on both situations, when you are poor and after when you are famous and rich and this kind of idea. So yeah, I think it's a good point. And about the main questions, I think you said all the points. I think the main points about lost their privacy. I think that's pretty annoying. Your life impact your parents, for example, and all people privacy. So it's complicated to do that, I guess. When this impact just you, it's okay, but when that impact your parents, your mother and your father, it's pretty complicated to think about that. So I think it's pretty hard to understand and to deal with that. And I don't know that there's a lot of crazy people in the world, so it's complicated to think about security also and what people can do with you. So I don't know. It's pretty complicated. I I don't know if I would like to be a celebrity. I don't think so. But okay, let's go now to the question number four. What advantages and disadvantages do you think that there are to being a celebrity? We talked a little bit about these disadvantages, but what about the whole point? What do you think?
So, talking about the advantages, maybe it seems that everyone loves you. Maybe you are considered a good person just because the thing that you do well. Maybe one skills that you have. Another thing that you can get a VIP invitation for different shows or something like that. For example, you can get invited to the final of the football match of the Champions League, um, and watch the match in the best seats. Maybe traveling around the world without any problems and being known in any place that you go, like hotels, like restaurants. Another thing that it's you don't have to you don't have to reach or pursue the money because as you are a celebrity, the companies will try to find you. They will have to consider you to be part of their team or maybe part of the brand. So it's an advantage because you don't need to try to find those opportunities because the opportunities will come to you. Another thing that maybe the when you become a celebrity, you don't need to worry about your accounts, maybe your bills, your accountant, because I think that those kind of person or those kind of people, they have persons who are on that responsibilities. So you don't have to handle those kind of things in your house. Um, I think that those are some points that I wanted to share.
Yeah, yeah. It was interesting that you said. I think a good point about to be famous and to be a celebrity, it's kind of influence people and actually to have influence to help people in general. So in general, we have they have a lot of money and a lot of influence of with other people, so they can impact a lot of lives and can help a lot of people. So I think it's pretty interesting. It's harder to do that without this influence and without this money in general. So I think it would be nice. And it's a really good point about to be a celebrity. But well, in general, we talked about disadvantages, and it's pretty complicated about the security, the loss of privacy, and these points. I think you have a more fake life or this kind of idea because a lot of people maybe love you just because you are famous and because you have money and because you are a celebrity. So yeah, it's complicated to deal with that, I guess. And I don't know, maybe good life it is more simple than that. So maybe it would be nice. But okay, let's go to the question number 5. Do you think people tend to associate with others in order to be famous? If so, why does this happen? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that that happens a lot. It's something normal. When there is a person who is famous, they will be surrounded by a lot of people, and that's the time when the old friends appears and they try to have that try to create that relationship with that person just for maybe becoming a person. If people or if others can see you in the group of friends, maybe that person hang out, for example, maybe they will consider you famous as well. I don't know what other benefits that it can bring, but I've seen a lot of that on TikTok. Maybe one influencer that we consider a low-level influencer that makes a review or a review of another one on another or a famous one, and they get the attention of the audience or of the followers of the other person. So of the other famous. So it's something that happens. It's something normal nowadays, I think.
Yeah, I think the main point when you think about these kind of connections and relations is because individuals focus a lot on to have this kind of visibility and more visibility on internet, on social medias, and this kind of idea. So I think it's the main point about that explains about people focus a lot on to be on to have a relation with others and with famous. And I don't know, maybe when you are when there are people they aren't not famous, maybe they do that because of the money, because of the opportunities to be with this kind of famous people and this kind of celebrity. So yeah, I think they think a lot about their business. So in general, I think they do that because of this kind of idea. So let me see another question. Actually, let me do something. You yeah, can you choose a question that you want to ask and to talk about?
Sure. Let me see here. Uh, okay. Let's answer the question number 9. Why do you
Okay.
think some people are so obsessed with celebrities? Maybe because they have the life that maybe a lot of people want to have. Uh, Maybe because they have beautiful bodies or good bodies, or they are beautiful people in different ways. Maybe they can influence a group of people easily. Um, and it can happen for, I think there are a lot of variants that can create that kind of cyst, I think. it can be a good or a bad obsess. I don't know if the word obsess is something that we can relate with a good thing. But I think that it's because I think it may be more about comparison. They want to live the life that the celebrities has. So I think that that's my opinion. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think that's explained for 2 points. I think one of them it's what you said about the person wants to have the celebrity life or the famous life in general. So I think that's one point. And I think another point is related to admiration, I guess. I think a lot of people have this kind of admiration about someone because of their activity or because they are good at some job or some point, some activity in general. So I think it's also a point about this obsession for celebrity, I guess. I don't know, maybe uh, soccer players in general, they are really good about this activity to playing soccer and in doing that. So I think a lot of people have this admiration to them because they are really good about this activity on this activity. So I think that's the explanation that I think, in my opinion, it's about that. But okay, I think we have time for more one or two questions. So I would like to talk about the question number 6. I think it's a good one. Do you think that celebrities' privacy should be respected more by the media? And why do you think that?
So, in my personal opinion, I think that yes, they would have more privacy. They deserve privacy, but it's something that I think that is impossible because the media works with that. I think that that is the base resource of media nowadays. They need to, for example, news need that information. So that's why there are paparazzis over there. Whenever you are, they will be surrounded by them because they need that kind of information to provide or for keep that industry working. So maybe they should have more privacy. They deserve it, but mm, unfortunately, as I already said, media needs that information for keep alive, for being alive. Um, yeah, that's it. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, I think it's pretty strange that exists a job focus on the people's life. In general, I think it's pretty strange that idea. But okay, maybe it's a utopia think that they there are nor exists. But yeah, about the privacy in this specific question, I think it's pretty complicated. This focus on privacy information and personal life. So it's complicated because in general, I think paparazzis and these journalists, I think, focus a lot on fake news also and to engage this conversation and this focus on their lives. So it's pretty annoying think about to be a celebrity and to be a famous person and lost your privacy and there's a lot of people talking about you and maybe creating fake news about your life and about your relationships and this idea. So it's pretty complicated. this point, I guess. So yeah, I think it totally about this that's wrong about laws that people privacy and focus a lot about that. They should be more respected in general. But okay, I think we have time for one more question. So I think we can answer the question number, let me see. The eight is good, I think. What difference do you think there are in other celebrities and today's celebrities? What do you think this comparison?
But other celebrities didn't have when the day started, they didn't have a internet access. I think that the older the celebrities don't have that. They are not used to use that kind of technologies or share their life like nowadays the new celebrities do. I think that that has changed a lot during the time. New celebrities has that the I don't know how to say habitude. Yes. I don't know
Habits?
how to say that in English. Um, but I could say that is the main difference. Maybe they didn't. Obviously, they didn't grow up with technology. They didn't grow up with the smartphones. So they don't share that content nowadays. I can see just a few group of old celebrities who has a Facebook account or Instagram accounts. Maybe they created it just because nowadays it's important to have it, but I consider that it's for them it's not kind of normal. But if we compare them with the new celebrities, it's totally different. I think that nowadays the new celebrities they enjoy sharing their privacy or the private life on social media. Um, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if you agree about that, but I think the older celebrities are more related to the TV shows and televisions. I think because when I was a child, I think the famous people were all of them were on the TV, I guess. So I think it's more related to that, and maybe their life it was more easy without social media and internet and this kind of idea. Uh, and the today celebrities, I think it's more complicated because they are focused a lot on social medias and internet, and that's a lot of people connect to them when your phone and all the day. So I think it's pretty complicated to think about that, and you think about privacy, and you think about to do simple things, I guess. So I think there is a lot of difference. And they're in general they are related to this idea of to be connected all the time on internet and this kind of connection. So yeah, I think that the main difference is about that. But yeah, maybe it's more complicated to be a celebrity nowadays compared to in the past. So yeah, it's a difficult point, I guess. But I think we don't have more time to another question, so I would like to send you the link of survey here. So in this survey, you already know you can suggest another topic and say what did you think about the conversation, and well, say what you think. But in general, I would like to thank you to be here on this immersion. I would like to enjoy this topic also, and I I think I will see you on English or Spanish immersion. So yeah, that's it. Thank you a lot, Christian. See you in the next time.